News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290, and now 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
Blow dart attack suspects won't be appearing in court right away. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. It's Thursday, January 7th, 2016. Right now, the sky's cloudy. We do have some fog in the area, 23 degrees. We do have some road conditions to report now. Some snow and ice on Highway 93 South, down from Missoula all the way to Hamilton, and on I-90 east to Clinton. And it's bare and wet on I-90 from Superior to Lookout Pass right now. There is a Stage 2 air pollution alert. Our newscast this morning, sponsored by Bulls Eyewear. Well, they offer some of the lowest prices in town on contact lenses. See Lynette at 2910 South Reserve. Our top story this morning, the three individuals who have been charged with allegedly shooting over 20 pets with blow darts in Lolo last fall won't be appearing in court right away. All three of the suspects, identified via court documents as Tucker Miller, Matthew Breeden, and Hayden Barker, have been summoned to appear in Missoula Justice Court Thursday, February 4th at 3 p.m. to hear felony charges of aggravated animal cruelty and tampering with evidence. All three suspects will be appearing in person before Missoula Justice of the Peace, where they'll hear the charges and possible penalties. Then bail will be set. Their cases will be decided in Missoula District Court. Early New Year's morning, a Missoula woman awoke to find a burglar standing in her bedroom. Missoula Police spokesman Travis Welsh has more.
Officers made contact with the resident there who stated that she awoke to find a male standing in her bedroom, apparently looking at items on her dresser. She thought initially that it was her husband. However, when she called out to him, he quickly left the room and then left the residence, apparently fleeing on foot.
Welsh said the incident helps to bring home the message all doors and windows should be locked in the home and garage to keep burglars away.
It's always a good idea to lock your doors at night, but even ground floor windows, make sure they're secured. Even in the heat of the summer, it's always a good idea to make sure those ground floor windows are locked so that nobody can gain access from the outside.
Welsh said the woman was frightened but not injured in the incident. The alleged burglar is still at large and the case remains under investigation. The Canadian company that proposed the Keystone XL oil pipeline has filed a lawsuit over the U.S. government's rejection of the project and says it plans a second legal challenge. TransCanada yesterday filed a federal lawsuit in Houston, alleging President Obama's decision in November to kill the pipeline exceeded his power under the U.S. Constitution. The company also announced it will submit a separate petition seeking more than $15 billion in damages, alleging the U.S. breached its obligations under the North American Free Trade Agreement. The energy industry had argued the pipeline would create thousands of jobs and inject billions into the economy. Environmental activists spent years denouncing the pipeline. The White House and the State Department both declined to comment. After a flurry of news this week about President Obama's executive orders concerning gun control, Montana gun dealers are reporting a boost in sales. Missoula's Selway Armory sells guns nationwide online. And co-owner Travis Lindeman, appearing on the Talkback show yesterday, said Obama has been good for business.
Oh, absolutely. And actually, it started this weekend as there was the first announcement that he was going to meet with the Department of DOJ, the head of the Department of Justice, to talk about options. And we've seen almost a doubling in our normal run rate this time of year of guns moving online.
Handguns appear to be getting the most of the attention.
Guns for concealed carry are really hot. You know, a few years ago, ARs were really hot, and ARs are still hot, but, a modern sporting rifle. It's all about concealed carry and personal defense now, which has been a long-term trend, but I think the shootings in San Bernardino and other things like that have kind of accelerated it.
Though most of the news this week is centered on the president's announcement Tuesday, Lindeman says the biggest restrictions his industry has had to face are coming from new state laws rather than federal. The Two Rivers Jail in Hardin, that had as many as 250 inmates at its peak of operations in the fall of 2014, is now in standby mode after its cells were emptied this week. The Billings Gazette reports the jail had no inmates as of Monday. The facility has struggled to find inmate contracts for revenue since the Federal Bureau of Indian Affairs dropped its contract back in October. Jail Warden Ken Keller said the jail is now operating with 6 security officers and 4 administrators. There were 39 employees just a month ago. After the BIA's contract ended, the jail contracted with Williams County in North Dakota, but now the county is expanding its own facility. environmental groups challenging the expansion of a southeastern Montana coal mine. State regulators have failed to address its effects on streams and aquifers. The State Department of Environmental Quality approved the 12 million ton expansion of the Rosebud mine south of Colstrip in December. Ann Hedges with the Montana Environmental Information Center said yesterday the mine already has impacted waterways. She said the proposed expansion could make those problems worse. The first year of Missoula's experiment with a zero-fare bus system has led to a dramatic jump in ridership. Mountain Line spokesman Bill Pfeiffer explains.
Our ridership is up over 38% since January of last year. We've seen over 300,000 additional rides this year. This is the first calendar year that we've broken 1 million rides. We've also broken 100,000 rides per month, every month except for January and August.
Pfeiffer said Mountain Line had never had a single month with 100,000 riders before last year. He says Mountain Line's already more than three-quarters of the way to its 3-year goal.
Our goal over the 3 years of the demonstration project is to increase to 400,000 additional rides, about 45%, I believe, over those 3 years. So we're pretty thrilled that in the first year we're already, most of the way towards that goal.
The Zero Fare program was made possible with $460,000 donated by 14 groups, including the U of M, the City and County of Missoula, Missoula's 2 hospitals, Missoula County Public Schools, Southgate Mall, and others. Air pollution in the Missoula area has worsened to the point where the City-County Health Department has increased the alert level from Stage 1 to Stage 2. Air quality specialist Ben Schmidt explains.
We still haven't had a weather system strong enough to really clean out that pocket of cold air that we have on the valley floors, especially Missoula, down into Hamilton and Frenchtown areas. And so the pollution just continued to build up. And so this morning we did have to call a Stage 2 warning.
Schmidt said the penalties for burning a fireplace or wood stove without a sole source permit during an alert start small but can increase dramatically.
You have a stage approach where we usually try to warn people, talk to people, then we go up to the $50 ticket, $250, and then $500 for the third offense, and any following offense would also be $500 a day.
Schmidt said he's sure the weather will change in the next few days and that air quality will improve. Our Newstalk time, 6:12.
Newstalk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Snow likely today with light accumulations of a trace to 1 inch. Temperatures will top out in the upper 20s. Winds will be breezy with wind gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Snow sticks around tonight. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for KECI 13.